Hello, myself Sunil Ramakrishna. Here basically we are discussing about one topic, that is educations, that is actually currencies and currencies dependency. And in this basically we are talking about one topic, that is ideas. And ideas basically are equal to global warming, and global warming also equal to ideas. And global warming actually it's not idea, not error basically. Somebody is trying to solve the problem in different ways basically, that is basically different ideas basically. Idea basically name somebody has given, why basically has given this name basically, that also need to do research basically, that only the Oxford group can tell basically, because they have the mapping of each and every character equal to how many planets basically are there. So they only basically can tell this, because they have created the one basically, on the base of this only basically they might have created ideas. How basically idea comes like this basically, which planet basically are connected like this basically. So in detail basically we are going to discuss this basically now basically the solution basically, somebody told that basically we can have some solution basically. So in this solution basically one of the solution is 12th number, that is the city creation. In this basically we are discussing one example basically. We are discussing here a few parts basically, that is 20 percentage error basically in the education sector, that basically somebody is telling that finish the entire education sector. Then 200 people basically, that 2 lakh example basically, in this basically 200 people basically left. Now basically in the Sunil R. Nair story basically is there. And the another story basically is 11 parts basically has been divided of the earth planet. And the another fifth story basically is earthquakes basically equal to incidents. So we are going to discuss basically this each and everything basically. So in this basically we are discussing each and everything simultaneously basically. You can say at sequence basically. This would be actually the sequence basically, you can say also. Not sequel basically, sequence. That would be the next basically. What would be the next? One person told that this is we have already created, so what is the next basically? Then one of the person told that this is the created, now what is the next basically? Now we are going to discuss 20 percentage error basically, finish education. So one of the person is telling here, why don't you finish the entire education basically? Why don't you finish the entire education sector only basically? Then one of the person told here, how basically we can create here basically? We have done so much of hard work and you are telling finish the education basically. How you can say that basically? One of the education industry minister or one of the education person basically told. Do you know basically up to what level people basically are educated? 80% of people are educated and all are basically getting job, all are basically happy. You just see basically. Then one of the person told that okay basically let me check basically. Then he told that basically no yeah you are telling wrong basically. Lots of basically people have more than experience, but not. For example, this Sunil R. Nair, just see basically. He's not basically good qualified in software industry basically. He basically don't have good knowledge basically. Then he told that yes basically he have good knowledge. Then one of the another World Bank person told that basically we are trying to solve it. He's basically telling that basically he's basically into the World Bank chair basically. So he thought that basically this education sector will get end or basically or. So he told that basically we are trying to solve the problem basically. We are trying it basically. So we are trying to find out basically which union basically group is that basically who are creating problem basically to get the job basically to Sunil R. Nair. That actually that World Bank person told that. So in this basically 20 percentage finish error basically, which is telling that basically finish the education sector only basically. Finish the education sector basically. Now basically here the points basically we are discussing it. How basically he can say that basically finish the education sector basically. On the basis of what basically error basically he is telling basically that. Then one of the person told that basically you find basically uh, read the MBA books basically where it is connecting. Read the MCA book basically where it is connecting. Read BTech book basically where it is connecting. Read the MTech book basically where it is connecting. So like this basically he told that basically. Now basically he told that basically what what is the solution basically of this. Then he told that the solution basically few people basically told that basically we can finish the half of the education sector basically. Then one of the person told that that is not practically that is not possible here basically. See the population of India basically, that is 190 crore basically, and basically 185 crore people basically are educated basically, do it taking the education basically. 185 crore basically, that is they are taking the education basically. See the education population of India, 190 crore. See, and one of the person told that basically there are many castes basically which is actually created. Like one of the person told that basically, do you know basically there is one Gujarati caste? Yes, basically I know that is Gujarat basically. That is actually created from few people says that basically that is actually created from First World War and Second World War data. That is created by German group basically. Then basically one of the person told that I think you are going some wrong way here basically. And few people basically came from Uttar Pradesh, few people basically came from Bihar, few people basically came from Madhya Pradesh and created caste. Few people basically came from Bengal also basically and created caste like Amin. Like this caste basically created. From there basically it is happening. Like this basically they literally created the caste basically. They created the caste basically. Then they told that basically like this basically we have created this, we have created that. Like this basically 190 crore population here basically are there, and more basically the education sector is basically in Gujarat only basically. Then how you can say that basically the how to basically how we can finish the school this that basically how you can say that basically. Then one of the person told that then basically solve the problem. Then one of the person told that this solution basically we are trying basically, but it will take time basically. Then meanwhile basically solution basically. Like this basically the things is of the thing basically are of the 20% error basically. Now basically 200 people's basically error. 200 people, that is what 2 lakh people basically got disease. They literally done the injection. They removed that 2 lakh people basically from the blood group only basically. From where blood group, and like this basically few people like this basically story begins, and like this 200 people basically are now after 300 the 200 people basically. Now after 500 200 people basically remaining basically. Now one of the person told that yeah now basically what is going to happen to this 200 basically. They basically not going to hospital also basically, because doctor also basically not help them basically. So they visited their place, they visited God place, nothing basically happened. Because they were not getting job, they were not getting this, they were not getting marriage. Like this basically many problems basically were there. There was many problems basically. So basically they went to temple, because these all are basically coming in the system basically. So that's why basically they not help basically. If they will help, then system will jump into them basically and will tell basically why you helped basically. That type of thing will happen basically. That's why they basically not help.